So online I found this Deep Blue seafood place. It's a pretty cool market and decided I should buy something there and maybe cook it up for you guys. So I'm gonna go check it out. So the actual place is really cool. They have like so much fish and a lot of cool, like they have fish fries, seasoning, a bunch of cool stuff there. And yeah, we just picked up rainbow trout, like whole rainbow trout. And yeah, we're gonna go home and cook it and see what I can do. Look at those juices. Look at that. So I came back with a rainbow trout that I got at this market, and we're gonna see how it cooks up. 0.99 pounds. So yeah. This is our trout. Very nice. Scales are off. It's gutted, and yeah, very clean. So let's fillet this and get to work. So this knife should work. Otherwise I might pull out the fillet knife. This you want to just kind of get right behind here. This fin. We're just gonna cut right down. Get through that. And once we're at, should be. Yep, we're at that spine. I'm gonna cut an angle. Try getting right around here. Just have a more even cut. Don't waste any meat on that. So firm pressure, and then just let the knife do the work. We're gonna slice all the way down the spine. And then right around here, we can pop through, just cut all the way. If we can get through this. That's when I realized I messed up. Oh no. Oh no.
Oh no.
It's alright. It's just come right underneath here. Come right on top of it. There we go.
There we go.
So the spine here, I cut under it, and you're not supposed to do that. But fix that, and now we should have a clean fillet. Pretty nice. We just got to remove pin bones and stuff, and then, yeah. Flip them over. Another good way to do this is actually coming along here and just slicing. Nice way to get the ribs not really in your cut or fillet. Not my best job, but what I'm going to do is just fix these up. Almost like the meat that's closest to the skin. So if you take a look at it like this here, we have the meat here. We have the meat close to the skin. I feel like that is like the taste. The skin here, the skin is good. But you just gotta get it nice and crispy and cook it right, and it'll be right. Cut other fins off, so like. So that's one fillet. I picked most of the pin bones, at least I don't feel any. They should basically cook out when you cook it, but that's one fillet done. Pretty clean, pretty nice looking. All you gotta do is get rid of some of the bones and fins, and see you in a bit. Alright, there you have it. 2 nice fillets. You can try this method where I just sliced the meat away and it takes the pin bones out really fast. Or you can pluck them like I did here. You do lose meat here, but if you don't really worry about that, then it's fine. And then move on to cutting them into portions, and yeah, we'll season them. It'll be good. One thing I will say, it's a lot easier to fillet a fish that is fresh. But these here are You know, they've been at the market. Yeah, it's kind of hard to cut. They're more like mushy kind of. They don't cut as nice as like a fresh one. It is a lot easier to remove the pin bones though, because they slide out easy than like a fresh caught fish. The meat is more firm. But yeah, this is how I just cut it into portions. I just kind of eyeball it. I like about, you know, that much. It's a good portion. When it comes to fish, which I love fish, I don't like to eat a lot, so like that much is enough for me, especially like sushi. But this is not sushi grade. I wouldn't recommend using it for sushi. But this these portions are like perfect for me, in my opinion, because it's a perfect amount of salmon. Sorry, I meant rainbow trout. This is not salmon. When it comes to fish, I don't like eating a lot of, like a whole fillet. I like to just have nice little bites of salmon. Again, this is not salmon. It is rainbow trout, but they do taste similar. Not too big, but yeah, these will work. If there's some pin bones in there, it's all right because I'm gonna just leave this one as it is. But pin bones basically cook up when you're frying them. All right, I have these in about the same size portions. Actually, first I'm gonna damp them dry because you want a nice dry fish so you get like a nice sear when we pan fry these. I'll go do that right now. Just paper towel, and then I recommend just kind of damping it dry all around it. So all you really need for seasonings is salt, pepper, black pepper, garlic cloves, and then I got some powdered garlic, or garlic powder, and then I got chili powder because it kind of gives it a smokiness. First, we're just gonna lightly salt the skin side. I might add a little more. Anyways, that's salted. Kind of like push it in there, let it kind of get in that skin. Just gonna flip it over. You don't need to season too much at the beginning here because trout already has a good flavor. Or for this side, I'm just gonna use salt and pepper as well. Now, we're gonna bring it over to a pan. So turn this on to a nice medium heat and put our pan on that. We're gonna heat up until it steams. So you probably can't see the steam, but it's steaming. So I'm gonna add some oil. Some olive oil, whatever you prefer. You don't want too much though, just a nice light around here. And as you can see how that's starting to bubble right as it hits there, you know it's ready. Just kind of get it around the pan. I'm gonna start off with just a slab right here. And we're gonna do skin down. It's gonna start to shrink right away. Oh, I can smell that. But you just wanna give it some nice pressure. You can feel it popping beneath my fingers here. And probably wanna grab a spatula and just apply firm pressure. It's gonna give a perfect even sear, and that's what you want. Listen to those sizzles. So I held it down for about 10, 15, maybe 20 seconds. Look at this. This is thin here, so it's already cooking. You see how it's white? It's starting to get white up the side here. It gets about halfway. We're gonna flip it. You can already see white kind of starting to peek around the edges here. So we know it's starting to cook through. You do not want to touch the fish until it starts to slide around. When it slides around, you know that sear is done and it's cooked. You try that. I'm gonna give it a nice flip. Look at that. That's gonna be nice. I'm gonna quickly throw in a nub of butter. Let that melt in there. About 2 of those. Oh. I forgot I'm supposed to cut these. So cut these in half if you're gonna cut the garlic. I forgot to cut them. I'm also gonna add some parsley. So my butter, okay, I've made mistakes before, but my butter has burnt a little bit.
My butter has burnt a little bit.
But this is gonna still taste very good. Just let this kind of roll around in there. And we're just gonna let it kind of soak, as you can see there. Almost like you're deep frying it. You probably want your heat to be a little lower than this. I might have had it a little high, so just kind of learn from me, all right? This is where I'm gonna add my garlic powder. Yeah. Right along there. The chili powder. Yes, chili powder. And this will give it that kind of smoky. Do that. Look at that crust on that. It's perfect. They're both so crispy. And you look at that side there. Just simply perfect. I think it's done. Here's this one. Take a look at these ones. Look at that. As you guys can see, my butter has not burnt, and that's a good sign. And thanks for watching. So this is very tender. I do have one fillet left. I'm gonna cook that later. Would you look at that? It's pretty darn good. You can tell that this is very tender inside. That just fell right off the skin. Look at that steam. Some of these are like, this is like one of the crispier ones. That's that skin. I believe this one was my first one. So really crispy, almost burnt it. But yeah, you almost can't tell which is the skin side. This is the skin side and this is the front. But they're both so crispy. And you look at that side there, that's just really juicy. Look at those juices. Look at that. Yeah. So
crispy. This is the best.
Crispy. This is the best.
amazing. Juicy, tender, everything.